So welcome back then guys, back to a pond. It's been a little while since I've been here. Did my method feeder session here. This is the match pond up at Hurston. So it's coming towards the end of December now. We're about a week off Christmas, so the air temperature's still really high. We're at about 10 degrees, so chances are there's going to be some fish movement. And I'm just really keen to get out and give it a go. So let's get the gear set up and get a bait in the water and see what happens. So first I'm going to get this ledger rod set up. I'm using today just the Avon Deluxe Quiver. I usually just use this with the straight Avon section, but I'm going to put a quiver on it today. Three choices on the quiver. I think these run from about ounce and a half up to 2 ounces. I'm not going to be throwing anywhere near the 2 ounce mark, but I'm just thinking, I think I'll go for the ounces. I think this one's the ounce and a half, nice and bright, just to stand out against that dark colour on the surface. Pick that up in there. So this is a sort of 3/4 section. Just has a simple glass. I think someone tell me, is these fiberglass? I'm not sure. They just push in the top. Nice and straightforward. And accompanied with that is my Akuma longbow. It's a big reel. It's a bit overkill really for the fish that are in here. And I think this is £6. Might even be the 8 actually, which is the top end of the line rating for this. And again, far too overkill really for what's in here. But I know there's a lot of reed beds and lilies, so I can pull them through or not get stuck in the snags if needs be. Simply take this over the bail arm. Bird activity over there. There's a huge heron on the tench pond when I come in onto the into the car park. Hopefully he's had himself something nice to eat. Not a nice tench, hopefully, but plenty of rudd in there he can eat. And of course it's just the old thread it through. And the other rod in question is the Drennan stick float 13-foot match rod, and I'm going to pair that with my trusty Centerpin, just because I haven't been out on that for a while, so that can get on there the right way round so I can actually reel it. I was distrusting of these old school clips when I first got this rod, but to be honest they haven't let me down yet, so yeah, great to use. Now anyone who's got one of these Centerpins, this is the old, well it's not an old, reasonably new now. Anyone who's got one of these Centerpins, they're the angling direct ones. They're not, I mean they're nicely machined, don't get me wrong, this is not a review or anything, but they're nicely machined, but the gap between the spinning part, the spool, and the sort of housing is massive, and you lose the line down between it quite often at the worst possible time as well. So you end up just jamming it all up in the gearing at the back, and yeah, it really makes a mess. So I think I'm spooling out too much at the moment. But yeah, hopefully I might look to getting another Centerpin, because I do enjoy using it. For some suggestions, if you can think of any affordable Centerpins, because I was given some ideas on ones to get. I've forgotten the guy's name. It was like Young. I think Young makes some Centerpins, but I looked him up and they're above really what I would want to spend. And I know with everything you get what you pay for. Well, it certainly seems that way for me anyway, but I don't want to go above and beyond. Right, I'll get the rest of this set up and then we'll have a look at some bait. Right, I've put that hook link on there now. Simple running running line. Don't need to put a bead, or some people put a bead there. As long as you're confident in your knot, that's not going to get tied or do anything stupid. Down to that, and I'm going to put some worms on this one, just as a bit of a live bait. Might entice them a bit. Right, I'm going to get rod rest set up. I'm going to get worms and things all set up. And I'll get this in the water. Whee! This is dangerous, this is super slippery. I'm going to be pulling myself back here, I think, a little bit. Yeah, I can see that, it twitches, although it's right on the corner of my vision. But we'll play with it for now. Just don't go moving quickly over this wood. You need some, what do they call it, like chicken wire, to stop it from slipping. Because I can see me coming a cropper on it. Small pot of worms. They are small worms as well, so they call them red worms or dendrobenas. Let's try. Poke it through twice, just as a start. Single worm, hook through twice. Get that out there, get that bit of twig off. I'm going to put this right out in the middle, just because I think it's going to be more likely to be fish. Just sit in the middle. Oh, sun's coming out now. Nice. So with the other rod, as I said, I've got it on the Centerpin. I'm going to fish a float directly in front of me, only rod length out, just to swing. Can't really do a lot more with that pin. But yeah, that's all right. I don't know if you can see that over there. There we go. That's better. You can probably see that rod. I'm trying this new lens. It's a wide angle, so you should be able to see a lot more of what's going on. So, yeah, I'm going to put the bait on that one now. I'm going to get the other rod set up. So I'm going to use this little weighted waggler, puddle chucker it's called, 2.5 gram. And I've used these for quite a bit. They use 3 number 4, so I'm going to just clip that on. I'm going maggots on this hook to start. Still got a small pack of size 16s here. They're onto a very light. How many's left in this one? None. 1. So the idea on this ledger rod of not putting any ground bait in with it or not doing anything is I can just I'm going to plug the area, you know, just try a few different areas to start with, just to see if I get any interest. But at the moment it's just out in the middle, so that would just be my thought, because it's deeper. We've got a bit of movement right in front of us now. A few things cruising. So the timer had elapsed on the camera. I didn't realise it had stopped recording. I don't know where we got to. Who knows? But I've basically now got both rods set up. I've plumbed the depth, other than shotting it, which is always a pain. I've got half a pint of finest maggots. So I think to start it has to be the classic red and white. This is a new hook that does not feel it. Don't know what the visibility is like, so it's got to be red and white to start, because you're on for both. You've got both chances then. And chuck. That's good. That was good. That was good. Right, we're fishing now. Fishing on both fronts. I had a fish on the on the worm and I didn't even know. I just thought, oh, I'll just reel that one in. And I can fish on it. It's very slow. Don't start fighting now. Nice one as well, chubby. Chubby little dude. Just drop the hook. There's a rabbit. I didn't even know he was on. It sat perfectly still for ages. I just thought, oh, I'll just reel it in quick. But hey, look at that, he's a real little fat one. Absolute cracker. Hopefully you're seeing that. Beauty of the wide angle lens. Right. We can put him in right here. Oh. Awesome. Save the blank. Just had something take the pin. It's a small carp. I just moved it and I thought, well, let's just, because nothing was really moving, so I thought, oh, I'll plug away on the pin. Just had a little bit of worm on, hadn't changed that. And no sooner had I moved it, had I got a carp. Turn it around, see if you can have a go at this. Nice carp. Bit of fun on the match rod. And as ever, starts fighting as soon as you get him on the net. That's a nice one to have. Cold weather. I was just sitting there thinking, oh, I'm getting a little bit chilly now, but so glad we had that one then. Oh, great to have. Slip him straight back. Oh, no, there he is. Very nice. Right, this is what I'm talking about with this reel. I've just unhooked that fish, and within the kerfuffle, it's got the line between the spool bit and the housing, because the line is the gap there is massive, and the line just falls down into it. So what you have to do is you have to take this centre ring off. The centre pin, I guess, is the exact term for it. That nut there. Carefully lift this up, because you've got some very fine washers which will either be stuck. The washers, I think, have stayed on here, but what happens is it all just gets gammed up in the gears. It is a known problem, because I've had someone else comment on one of my videos saying, oh, it's a great Centerpin, but it's just, it always gets, yeah, look, there's that very fine washer, it's just stuck on there. There's two washers actually, it just gets sat on there. Yeah, it's just very, very annoying. And of course, all you want to do after you've caught fish is catch another fish. You don't need to be mucking about with your reel when you're just trying to get a fish in. And the last thing you want to do is that happen halfway through reeling a fish. Anyway, enough of a rant. It was, after all, a reasonably cheap Centerpin reel from Anglers Direct. So I'm going to get the majority of my gear packed up. I'm going to keep just on with this one float rod, and hopefully there'll be something to sign off on if and when it comes. But if that's all from me, thank you very much for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one. I have to be out again soon because I've got bait to use up, so it's a good excuse, isn't it? Got drip planned. Oh, just as it dipped, look, just as it dipped. Oh, why was I not watching, or why was I not holding it? I wasn't holding it. Could be the sign-off fish, though. You know what it's like. We're still moving. We're still moving. Can't see where we're moving, but we're moving. Oh! I struck into it as if it was a carp, and it came and smacked the camera. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Where is it? It's a roach. It's a tiny roach, and it comes absolutely swinging past the camera. Oh god. Oh god. Here he is. Sign off fish. Oh, sorry little fish. Let's get all that mud off him. Well, if we don't get anything other than that before the end of the evening, we'll call that one. We'll call that one it, shall we? Thanks very much for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one. And from me and him, all the best. Catch you on the next one. Bye. Tiny flying fish. He's come back. He's fine. He's absolutely fine. You have to watch that back now because he come absolutely screaming through. He hit the microphone. I don't know if the camera picked it up on the microphone. The fish comes smashing through. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Let's try for another one, shall we?